I know, and we all know, I'm putting nobody ahead of Michael Jordan. Nobody. Okay? And I stand on it.
Come on, listen to this.
Because
After LeBron's historic 50,000-point milestone, Smith made a bold declaration that's sending shockwaves through the basketball world. Is the GOAT debate finally over? Let's explain this.
4 points tonight against the Pelicans. Luka scored 30 with 15 assists. And the Lakers are now the second.
On Tuesday night, LeBron James did it again. He became the first player in NBA history to score 50,000 career points, combining regular season and playoff points. That's right, 50,000. At 40 years old, LeBron dropped 34 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists in a dominant performance against the New Orleans Pelicans. This achievement is more than just a number. It shows how long he has stayed at the top, how consistently he has performed, and how completely he has dominated his field. But here's where it gets spicy. Stephen A. Smith, one of the most outspoken voices in sports media, says this achievement should end the GOAT debate once and for all. Stephen A. Smith said, "I actually think it's time to not even have the debate anymore, because that's how great LeBron James has been for as long as he has been that great. I can stand down and acknowledge that, because this is absolutely phenomenal, but it's not 50,000 points. It's not even the way he looked last night." Smith, a longtime Michael Jordan supporter, shocked fans when he said, "The greatness that LeBron has put on display for as long as he has, it's time to retire the debate." But why now? And what does this mean for LeBron's legacy? Let's rewind and dive into the background of this never-ending debate.
Before that sight had receded from our vision into our memory, we began to search. Who would be the next? Who could take his place? Would anyone ever again make fully worth asking? He's got it! He's got it! With LeBron James sitting atop the all-time scoring list,
The GOAT debate has always been a battle of eras. On one side, you have Michael Jordan, the 6-time NBA champion, 5-time MVP, and global icon who redefined basketball in the 90s. Jordan's killer instinct, clutch performances, and perfect 6-0 record in the NBA Finals have made him the gold standard for greatness. On the other side, you have LeBron James, the 4-time NBA champion, 4-time MVP, and the most complete player the game has ever seen. LeBron's ability to dominate for over 2 decades, his versatility, and his basketball IQ have made him a living legend.
MJ would beat LeBron James one-on-one right now at the age of 52. You hear that? 52 years old. They still think he can beat LeBron James.
Stephen A. Smith has always supported Michael Jordan, often saying that at his best, no one was better. However, he is now also recognizing LeBron James for his consistent excellence over the years. As Stephen A. Smith said, "You can't ignore someone who's been great for 22 years. Jordan only played 15, and that's the key difference, longevity. LeBron's ability to maintain his peak performance well into his late 30s and early 40s is unprecedented." But is longevity enough to crown him the GOAT? Now let's look at the numbers. When it comes to playing for a long time, LeBron James has a big advantage. If he stays healthy, he will continue to increase his total stats, making the difference even bigger. Even at 40 years old, he still looks strong and hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. It depends on which type of advanced stats you look at. Some stats, like VORP, value over replacement player, and win shares show LeBron James as the better player. But other stats, like PER, player efficiency rating, and box plus minus, give the edge to Michael Jordan. Playoff stats reflect what Jordan and James do in the regular season. Though James has improved his three-point shooting over his career, his percentage matches Jordan's. As for the claim that James underperforms in big games, his playoff numbers often surpass his regular season stats, making that argument weak. Jordan stands above James in PER, and he is the all-time playoff leader in box plus minus. But James tops everyone in VORP and win shares. So, yeah, these guys are pretty good. Here's the big argument for Jordan fans: championships. He won all 6 of his NBA Finals without ever needing a Game 7. LeBron, on the other hand, has been to the finals 10 times, but won 4. However, he dominated the Eastern Conference with the Cavaliers and Heat for nearly a decade. LeBron has now scored over 50,000 combined points in the regular season and playoffs. Michael Jordan, he scored 38,279 points in his career. LeBron's field goal percentage is higher, .507 versus .497, and he's a better three-point shooter, .350 versus .327. But Jordan has the edge in free throw shooting, .835 versus .736, and points per game 30.1 versus 27.2. Michael Jordan also has more championships, 6 compared to LeBron's 4. That's often the strongest argument in Jordan's favor. Winning 6 titles in 6 NBA Finals appearances without ever losing on the biggest stage is a legendary feat. His dominance in the 1990s, winning 2 separate three-peats with the Chicago Bulls, cemented his legacy as the ultimate winner. But here's what makes this debate so interesting. Jordan played only 15 seasons in the NBA, while LeBron is currently in his 22nd season and still performing at an elite level. Most players decline significantly after a decade in the league, but LeBron continues to defy Father Time. He's still putting up incredible numbers, leading his team, and competing against younger stars who grew up watching him. His longevity, consistency, and ability to evolve his game over time are unprecedented. So what's the final verdict? It really comes down to what you value more. Do you favor Jordan's peak dominance, where he was untouchable in his prime, winning championships and defining an era? Or do you appreciate LeBron's sustained excellence, his ability to remain one of the best players in the world for over 2 decades? No matter where you stand, one thing is clear: the GOAT debate isn't ending anytime soon. As Brian Windhorst said, "We've never seen a player who's been this good for this long." He also put it, "LeBron's claim to greatness is his longevity. We've never seen a player this good for this long."
The longer I've thought about it, the more I've realized how great LeBron was in this season. He was 33 years old. The Cavs, Kyrie had been traded, and they were the 4th seed.
And that's exactly what Stephen A. Smith is pointing to. But not everyone agrees, and the GOAT debate is as much about stats as it is about emotions. Fans are fired up about Stephen A.'s take. One fan tweeted, "Finally, Stephen A. has seen the light. Proof that LeBron is made in vibranium. He is not human, the immortal NBA player. He is another stratosphere, the most athletic player ever. He is like John Stockton, CP3 minus the mistakes. LBJ is like MJ in Magic Brain, the GOAT." Another said, "LeBron is great because of longevity. Is he the greatest? Let the stats speak for themselves. Nothing about Jordan needs to be added." Even YouTuber Kai Cenat weighed in, saying, "When it comes to LeBron James, you start hating. That's how I feel. Because I feel like you're more of an older generation type of dude. You like Michael Jordan? Cool.